getting killed.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, here we go. Everyone, welcome to a very special playthrough for Halloween. I'm Steven and I have Graham, Andrew and Ross with me, and it's time, folks, to venture into the House of the Dead. Released in the year 1996 in Japan for arcades, then internationally the following year. This is the very first entry and one of the greatest light gun series ever made.
So yeah, happy Halloween, everybody.
Here we
Halloween,
go.
folks. Ooh, spooky.
I love this franchise. I've been playing this ever since the old days back at M&D's when they used to have it. But I didn't get very far because I sucked at the game. Yeah, I didn't get very far.
Like you're sucking at the tutorial stage.
The game hasn't even activated yet. Now, the basic gist of the story for this game is that a scientist called Dr. Curien has been researching on a way to break the barrier between life and death. Unfortunately, he's lost his fucking marbles and his...
Oh no!
and he has sent his creations... He's set his creations loose all over the research facility. In a distress call to her fiancé Thomas Rogan, Sophie Richards, a DBR researcher who was working at the facility, has called for help. So Rogan, an agent of the AMS, responds on the scene. And as you can see, right off the bat, it's a fucking bloodbath.
So the scientists themselves have nothing to do with what's going on, unlike Umbrella.
Yeah, Curien's the one who's gone insane. And basically, the gameplay for this game, folks, is that you go through the game automatically and you have to aim and shoot at the enemies as they're attacking you. If any of them get close enough to you, they'll try and attack you. If you get hit, you lose one life torch. Lose all your life torches, you'll have to use a continue to keep playing.
Okay, not the type of voice I was expecting for a gargoyle.
This game is very hard to find or even get up and running. I had to download a Sega Model 2 emulator and find the ROM for this game in order to be able to play it. It was a nightmare.
Well, the one downside is that you have to use the analog stick or the mouse, I'm guessing, for the cursor.
Actually, you say that. The good thing about this version is that the game actually has the mouse mapped to the cursor. So just like the PC version years and years ago, I can now play this in one of the best ways possible. And as you can see, everything wants to fucking kill us here.
So we're in Australia now.
Yeah, even frogs. Now you saw me save some researchers at the start of the game. If you save a certain amount of them at the end of a stage, you'll get an extra life. If you save enough of them, you'll earn more lives. If you save enough of them, or in fact actually all of them, you'll get a bonus room before the final boss where you get some extra items and extra lives. Now those two monkeys that were jumping around there, if you kill the one on the left, you take the right path. If you kill the one on the right, you take the left path upstairs. This game has a lot of different pathways you could take through it depending on whether or not you save certain researchers.
So it sounds a bit like Until Dawn, like the most mundane thing causes an alternate universe to occur.
Yeah.
You want to approach it from the left or from the right?
Yeah. And here we have monkeys. I fucking hate monkeys. Now, if you don't kill this guy and let him hit you, you'll find a secret path that you can take that has a shit ton of enemies. This is actually the route most people take when they're attempting world record scores, but I showed it off just as a little treat for you all.
Just to clarify, the candles that you see on the screen underneath your bullets, is that your health high?
Yeah, once that runs out, the game will say the word continue on screen, and you have 10 seconds to decide whether or not you want to continue the game. Don't game over, yeah. By the way,
wait, is there no healing pickups items that you can pick up, like herbs or anything like that? No.
In the background of the stages, there are crates and vases you can destroy that may or may not have an extra life. Some are fixed extra lives, some are not. If you can find them and shoot them, you get an extra life. Ow. I'm already getting my ass beaten. God damn it, man! Now, the way your ammo system works, on the bottom left there, you see the bullets. You have 6 shots in the chamber. Once you use all of those up, you have to reload. If this were the arcade version, I would have to physically aim the gun off of the screen and pull the trigger. But because it's mapped to the mouse pad, I only have to use the right click to reload.
Sorry, but I didn't want to interrupt your brilliant commentary. But
yeah,
but we saw that those dogs, they were clipping through the stairs.
Yeah, and fucking zombies have chainsaws.
Of course they did. And that was the
that's your first
insta-kill.
one.
Yeah, that was bullshit. This game wants to do instant enemy attacks. Some enemies are primed to attack you immediately, so you need to react fast. One of the things I love about the way this game works is the dismemberment system. Like, see some of the zombies try and actually slap you. If you blow off their arm, the arm that they're trying to hit you with, they can no longer hit you with that mid-attack. It's really cool. Oh, that's really close.
You'd find that would be an explosive barrel on Chainsaw!
Yeah, but yeah, House of Dead was doing it before Resident Evil 4 made it cool. And it's zombies doing it too. These are all zombies too, by the way. It's like the whole research for like they're everywhere. The bloodbath here makes the Spencer Mansion look like a fucking picnic. Yeah, do you see the fucker's got like half his head gone? He's still coming at me. In fact,
losing a pair of eyeballs there too.
In fact, on the highest difficulties, enemies can literally be a torso and they'll ram into you. It's insane.
Goddamn monkeys.
Yep. We hadn't seen enough of them in Resident Evil 0, apparently.
Did you just stun lock them?
Yeah, you kind of have to do that because it's pretty easy to take damage from them. Yeah, and as you can see, it's just the first stage, folks, and everything's pretty fucking head. That's the thing about the Sega Light gun.
Oh, it's Alicia Ashcroft.
Yeah. Yay, we saved our fiancée. Sophie, you might want to move away for that.
And suddenly a Terminator.
Or just sit there and let it hit you, that works too. Now this is Chariot, our first main boss. All the bosses in this game are named after tarot cards.
I thought he was named after a charity organisation. You're going to donate some money to him?
Yeah. Now Chariot's weak spot is the little spot in his chest there. Aim for that. Once you deal enough damage to him, he'll start swinging the chariot around and walking more erratically to throw off your aim. If he gets close enough to you, he'll slash at you with a halberd.
So you now have to take out all the flesh bits. The metal is indestructible?
Once he sheds the armor, you can shoot him anywhere, and that's the fight, effectively.
Oh, it's armor? I thought it was flesh skin.
Yeah. He actually returns in House of Dead Scarlet Dawn, so does the giant bat boss we'll fight in the next stage as well.
Oh boy, we need more bats. Where's Batman?
Well, thank God he's not here, because he'd try and resolve this situation without any killing. And that is not in the cards right here.
Oh, by the way, Sophie's dead.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wait, she's dead. I thought she was sleeping.
No. Okay, here we go. Second chapter, Revenge. There are 4 stages in the game total, all with their own unique paths to take through the level.
Did you really have to shoot the door like that just to kick it open? Just knock the door.
Hey, Rogan's an absolute unit. He's an absolute badass rushing this whole mansion full of zombies. By the way, this game does have 2-player. If another player drops in as another player, you can actually help out the one player. Like, you'll both be playing at the same time. But beware, because 2-player mode actually puts more enemies in the stages, so be ready for that. Yeah, and as you saw there, sometimes the game will like to surprise you with some zombies.
No, I'm just seeing the red cup and I'm thinking of Hook. Where's the cop? It's me.
Where's the giant crocodile?
Where's the boy that rolls down the stairs?
But yeah, House of Dead 1. This game initially released in 1996, 6 months after the first Resident Evil. So this was the game that and Resident Evil helped usher in the zombie era of the video games. Now, this researcher here killed that first zombie as soon as you get in there quickly, and then immediately...
Here, take my pack lunch. I don't need it anymore. I'm gonna fucking die.
If you actually have max lives, the max you can carry at any point is 5. If you have 5 lives when a researcher gives you a life, you'll actually get some extra points. You take... Just like any other arcade game, it's all about racking up the points. Whenever you take damage, you lose some points. Be careful here, because there's a slime zombie ready to attack you the instant you go into that room.
Followed by the Chainsaw Man and his butler.
Be very careful in this next room, by the way. Shoot this zombie in the chest 4 times to save this researcher. Because if you accidentally shoot the researcher, yeah, you can do that, by the way, you lose a life, but not only that, the muscly zombie will then throw his corpse at you, and you will take damage from that too. So, yeah, you don't want to lose 2 lives in less than a span of a second, because the thing about this game, folks, because it's an arcade game, it was designed to dick you over and take your money. So if you didn't know about these slime zombies immediately trying to attack you here, you'd very likely lose a life. And Rogan, again, showing us his superhuman strength here. Like, holy fuck. He kicked a whole bookcase in on itself.
Like, what magic pills has he been swallowing?
He's determined.
Pills here.
Red pills. Shoot the zombie on the left there, because he's the one that throws an axe first. We got some other zombies up here. They don't attack you, but yeah, that guy right there, he was priming up to slap me. If I blew his right arm off there, it wouldn't have hit me at all.
One thing I'd like to point out here is this is House of the Dead, but apparently in some parts of the country it's called Curien Mansion.
In what was it, Sonic Team Racing? The stage was, yeah. I don't think they even have the House of the Dead logo because, again, it's a family game and they had to, like, they obviously couldn't have any of this in that game because this is a pretty violent game for the time period back then.
And plus the characters in that game were Zombio and Zombico, which apparently are Japanese only.
Yeah. In fact, this that bookcase brings up mostly zombie. In fact, this game actually has different blood color options as well as a failsafe for when the game was being shown in areas where there were other families.
So you can change it to green blood as it means everybody's a reptile now?
Yeah, to green. Green is what it was set to by default in a House of Dead 2. That chainsaw zombie I just shot to save that guy, by the way, you need to take him out very quickly or he'll rush that guy.
Oh fuck, I just saw some tyrants in the background.
No, not quite. Now this is an example of one of the alternate paths you could take in the game. If I shot the arrow there, it would actually bring a walkway up and we'd just go right across the bridge. But because I didn't shoot the button, we go down here instead. If I went straight across the walkway, 2 of the test subjects would actually break out and attack me. But because I took the other path, we don't fight them.
You know, this is supposed to be a scary game, yet Graham over here is yawning. So
be very careful here because you got 2 slime zombies, one after the other, trying to attack you.
It's like, this does not faze him in the slightest.
I've played countless zombie games. This is nothing.
Kill the fat zombie on the left first because he will rush you there. If you can actually destroy the barrel that's there quickly enough, you can find an item inside.
Does he happen to have an earthquake stomp attack?
No, he just rushes you. And he's pretty fast despite his size. Be very careful here because you got 2 researchers to save here.
So before the doctor decided to go nuts, what was the thing? Was it just to the whole thing about the science here is that just to evolve the human race?
He was actually trying to find a way to save his son, and we learned this in House of Dead 3, but because of the inhumane experiments he was producing, a lot of his researchers started leaving him, and on top of this, he just fucking snapped and went mad. So now he's just sent all of his monsters loose upon the facility. They're killing everyone. It is a bloodbath. Now we have our second boss here, Hanged Man. The first phase is going to send out the bats to attack you, but unfortunately I focus a bit too much on trying to deal damage to him rather than the bats, and I end up having to use a continue soon. If you deal enough damage to make it to the next phase, all the bats will just immediately disappear. Yeah, I fucked up.
And that is your second continue.
Every attack in the game will only ever deal 1 life torch of damage to you. But you only have about half a second of invincibility after taking a hit, so don't think you can stall out enemy attacks. They will rush you down, as this fucker's currently doing. This game was a nightmare to record, by the way, because I had to download a Sega Model 2 emulator to get this game up and running, and I had 4 or 5 failed attempts at recording this, because for some reason, every time I attempted to record it, it would exit full screen, which would kill my recording. So I had to restart like 4 or 5 times.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was maddening. And by the way, folks, this is a perfect run. I saved all the researchers in the game. This was not easy to get.
Oh, you're going to fall to your death now.
No, apparently, we're hanging from this place by one hand and shooting him.
Okay, you're no human if you can do that.
Rogan, I tell you, man, Rogan is an absolute fucking unit. Our main character, if you're playing solo, you play as Thomas Rogan, Sophie's fiancé. He's an agent for the AMS. It's a government agency that works on stopping crimes and also helps with biohazard incidents in the universe and stuff.
Oh, and you can teleport too to glitchy windows.
Yeah. The texture flickering is because I'm playing on an emulator. That said, though, don't full screen this if you're sensitive to flashing light, folks, because unfortunately, all the flashing you see across this playthrough, there's nothing I can do about that, and that's the way the light gun technology worked back in the day. The game had to flash this white in order to register light gun input. Yeah, that right there. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about that. There is a way to get rid of it by importing an LUA script into the game, but I don't know how to do that, unfortunately.
They just came through the window with a wrecking ball.
Yeah, now they're gonna fucking...
Don't even hear that goddamn
and now
song.
they're fucking dead, so they can get to... Now we have... Oh, God. Wow, these guys ain't wasting no time attacking me. Shit.
There's a grabby.
Those are effectively mechanized versions of the monkeys that we saw earlier.
What the fuck is the point of mechanizing zombified creatures?
Hey, science.
Well, your science is stupid.
Well, it's not exactly ethical research he was doing down here, to say the least.
Oh god, this room looks like it was made by the Virtual Boy.
Now, we've got a lot of zombies to kill here. Kill the fat one first, then take out the weaker ones. The guy in the back will not throw the barrel until he's the last one standing.
If this was a modern game, you would think the barrel would be an explosion one, Michael Bay style.
Now, to save this researcher, shoot that button and wait for her to run to safety. Then you can take out these motherfuckers. Oh my god, that was close. One thing I love, though, is that when you get headshots, sometimes you see the eyeball actually fall out of the zombies. It's really cool.
I've noticed that a few times.
Yep.
Yeah, this game was also made for the Sega Saturn as well. Do not play that version because it's fucking terrible. The graphics are a lot worse. The frame rate is non-existent. And it's just an overall worse version in general.
So if you play on the Sega Saturn, it'd be like playing on Microsoft PowerPoint.
Much worse, yeah, in many ways. The graphics are a lot worse too.
Oh,
Worse?
Yeah.
Spiders.
Get the bloody imagine.
Oh, we got Sigma-style spiders.
Yep. Imagine these spiders in Australia.
Oh, no, thank you. No.
To be fair,
Unfortunately, I get hit by this guy.
she's honestly not as bad as those big massive ones from the Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
You know, that's not how you use an elevator. You don't shoot the button, you just press the button.
The route I'm taking through this playthrough is the one I've effectively mastered across all my test playthroughs, though I still get my ass kicked up. Because no matter how good you are at the game, folks, this is a very, very hard game to play. In the boot up menu for this game, you can actually set the difficulty and the amount of continues, the amount of lives, etc. So it's pretty cool. You can also change the blood color as well, actually.
Yeah,
I think I brought that up.
Yeah, you already brought that up.
Shoot the boxes here and there'll be some items in them. What I just shot there was a coin.
I just saw a twinkle twinkle little star.
That was a coin. That was a coin I shot. It gives you extra points.
Okay.
There's like golden frogs you can shoot. Just a bunch of bonus score items, all that sort of thing. Because it's not just about surviving; it's about trying to get the highest score. Because this is an arcade game. Yeah, this is actually our first arcade game for the channel too. Yeah, that's the real deal as well. The actual
Although
arcade
technically,
version.
as you said, this is an emulator.
Yeah, but it is the actual arcade version of the game. This game is very hard to find or even get up and running in this day and age. I actually did find the arcade cabinet at NQ64 Glasgow, and after playing through it there, oh what?
Even though I lost half of my top, I'm going to still wreck your shit.
After I played this at NQ64 Glasgow, it just reignited my passion for the series again in a way I hadn't felt in a very long time. Killed the guy on the left first, by the way. And by the way, this researcher, it is very easy to accidentally kill him. He's the hardest one in the game to save, I would say. Because sometimes I save him, sometimes I kill him. But the thing is, you have to aim at that zombie in a way where it's possible you might accidentally hit him as well. It's a complete crapshoot. If I didn't save that researcher, he would have fallen through a little gap behind him, and I would have had to chase after his body to get a key card to get past this next area. But because I just saved him, we just drove right on through.
Oh, great! More biochemical engineering with those test subjects.
I'm actually struggling a bit more than I normally do in this game. I should have killed the guy on the right first because he's the one that always attacks first there. Because the way this worked, folks, I recorded this game twice. Once, unfortunately, it had a very low resolution. It was a bit pixely. But I changed the resolution and went back in and did it again for the playthrough you're seeing now, which is in true HD as well. So, but because of that, the aiming cursor is a lot smaller.
And as you for continue.
For some reason, changing the resolution in the game makes the aiming cursor a lot smaller.
Plus, it doesn't help that the cursor is red and you're in a lava-filled area, so it can be difficult to see.
Yeah, so I'm effectively playing on kind of hard mode right now, but I still save all the researchers. I think that last researcher I saved was the last one.
Fuck, did these guys doing Power Ranger ninja checks then?
So I was going to say, half the 10 was earlier on, looked like you were shooting them in the dick.
Yeah, it's hard to see the aiming cursor, but your best bet, of course, because they're zombies, just aim for the head. You deal the most damage.
A flaming chainsaw now? Oh,
no, flamethrower.
Oh, flamethrower.
Actual fucking flamethrower.
There he
Here he
is.
is. Dr. Curien.
You can tell I'm a shady because I'm wearing sunglasses. Yes. Let's see how good you really are.
I have heard from some comments somewhere that might potentially be Richard Epcar voicing him. And,
is this the human centipede?
Here's our next boss, Hermit. The weak spot is the face. Be quick about shooting it, by the way, because it rushes you immediately as soon as gameplay starts. All the bosses in the entire series are named after tarot cards, which is a nice touch. There's only a few names that haven't been used yet, actually.
And it runs away like a pussy.
Yeah, now we're in the second phase. The second phase, it starts covering its face with its claws, and that's going to start shooting web balls at you.
Don't look at me!
It's a lot harder to hit here, though, because it's covering its face. Like, it's a very small spot you have to hit. It's easy to know where you need to aim, but the hitbox is a lot smaller than I'm making it look.
What, you tell me when it covers his face, it's like he could just close his eyes and ignore bullets?
Yeah, I'm actually struggling to hit it here, and I do unfortunately get hit here. You bastard.
Is it just me, or is it a combination between a spider and a crab?
Seems to be a hybrid of both, actually, from what I can see.
I'll get you, Curien.
You can't kill me!
Why do you say that?
Superman jump.
Plus, for all the years that you've been mentioning House of the Dead,
Yeah.
is it true that, the original source code for this game was long lost, and even is still lost to this day?
Yeah, the source code for House of Dead 1 was unfortunately lost, so...
How the fuck did they lose that?
That's a very good question, because the source code for House of Dead 2 is still up and running, so... Which makes the absolute travesty that the so-called House of Dead 2 remake turned out to be absolutely no fucking excuse whatsoever. If you want to play the remakes of those, just play the first one. The first one's a masterpiece compared to 2's so-called remake. Now we have a boss rush. We have to fight Chariot. Here, again, then we're fighting Hanged Man. Thankfully, these go by a lot faster than normal, because I think they do take a little more damage than earlier.
But didn't you say the first House of Dead remake was good? Is that because they were between the first and the second remake, they were developed by different teams?
No, the same team, Forever Entertainment.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. And Panzer Dragoon Zwei seems to be their next victim, because impressions of that remake have been coming out from Tokyo Game Show, and it's not looking good, unfortunately. Now here we fight Hanged Man again.
Firebrand again?
Yep. What, from Ghosts and Goblins?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Don't bring up that game. No.
And I still got hit by the bats yet again.
How's that phone, by the way, Graham?
Get off that phone!
As you can see, Hangman takes a lot more damage in this version of the fight, so it goes by a bit quicker. What you have to do here, because I'm sorry I didn't bring it up earlier, but what you have to do, you need to deal enough damage to Hanged Man when he's trying to close out for the claw swipe. If you hit him enough times, you can get him to back off. This is something they would incorporate into the later House of Dead games, where enemies would have a cancel meter, and you'd have to deal enough damage to the meter to stop their attack from actually hitting you. Jesus, that was close. Like, you saw just how close up they get in your face. Like, it's like right as you save yourself from an attack at the very last second. And it's like I'm sweating at that point.
We could see an enemy fall to death, but no, we're going to stare at this zebra patterned floor.
And this is your reward if you actually save all the researchers in a single playthrough. A bonus room with a bunch of extra items.
Can you imagine that gargoyle comes back and he's like, you ask him to be a gargoyle. Are you really that? Oh, fuck, you kidding? I'm one of them stripy things over there.
We have one last mook rush here before the final boss, and I hope, by this point in the arcade version, I hope you have at least 2 continues, because this next boss is going to rock your fucking world if you don't know how to deal with it. And it's a boss that actually returns in House of Dead 2. And it's not even the final boss in that game, by the way.
So if he returns in the second game, what's the point of killing him here?
Because again, this was the first entry. We didn't know. We had no idea if this was going to get a sequel, but it did so well that like we got House of Dead 2 in like 1998, I think it was, at the arcades. Which is a lot harder, by the way. Holy shit. If you folks think this playthrough has been kicking my ass, Jesus. House of Dead 2 is going to fuck me up when I eventually do that.
Alright, Science Doctor, what type of fuckery have you cooked up this time?
Here we have another cool little parallel to the first Resident Evil as well.
Admit, I really respect your consistency.
Is this guy worse than Wesker?
Well, he doesn't exactly have a grand plan, as we'll see in about a minute. Now, this is the ultimate weapon that he's made, Magician. This is a creature of unimaginable power. This is the boss that will return in House of Dead 2.
But he created this and gave it sentient thought, free will.
As you can see, this was not a smart decision. Just like Resident Evil 1, killed by the ultimate weapon.
Why don't you follow my instructions?
How am I dying? I'm still here.
Now we have the final boss, Magician. I love this boss theme, by the way. It's pretty much the
And
main
that
theme.
background is clearly a postcard.
Now, the weakness point says unknown, but you see those exposed parts on his legs and his arm? Aim for those. The first phase, he will throw fireballs at you. When he uses one fireball to throw the fireballs at you, he will throw two. When he primes both hands like that, he's going to throw four of them at you. He'll switch between both these. Oh boy, not off to a good start here. Yeah, now he's thrown four. And once you've done enough damage, he'll switch to phase 2. Now he's going to zoom all around the place. What you have to do, and he'll dart towards you to try to smack you, you must hit him at least once in any of his exposed spots to stop this attack from hitting you.
Please tell me that when he's doing that teleportation move, the camera follows immediately with him.
Yeah, that's what it's doing. It's to show how fast he has the after image effects. Like, this fucker is insanely fast.
Where's the flash when you need him?
Yeah. Did a lot of damage to skip straight to the second phase again. Let's go. Because I've effectively mastered this boss's patterns from playing it so much at the arcade cabinet, and no issue here. We're going to stroll right on to victory. I have actually beaten this game dual wielding at the arcade too, actually, by the way, and this fight was so much harder. This fight, this part, the last phase of the fight, he's going to throw out a whole bunch of fireballs in this guy and they're going to slowly come down towards you. They won't all hit you at once. If you fuck up, you'll just take one life torch damage, but you want to stop the attack at all if possible. And if you deal enough damage quickly enough, you can actually stop him before he sends it out again.
You said that you dual wield this before. Does that include using two mouses on one computer?
No, actually, at the arcade cabinet, I wielded both the 1-player and 2-player guns.
Would that mean you have to pay double then? The amount to pay that?
Yeah. But
Jesus
for this
Christ.
amazing game, I was more than willing to do it. And that's it. That's the end of Magician for the time being. Until
He was shaking it like, no, no, no.
And there we have it, folks. That's the end of the madness. And now it's suddenly daytime again. Like nothing ever happened.
What, you tell me that the scientist not only created these zombies that we all saw, he magically had the ability to control the weather?
Oh, if only. Don't we all wish for that? Scotland way, it's fucking rain.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, here we are. This is that's the end of the playthrough. And by the way, depending on several factors regarding your overall score and how many continues you use, you can get different endings in the game. I get the best ending for this run because my score was so high. Don't worry about using continues. Just as long as your score is high enough, you should get the best ending. But yeah, that was the House of Dead 1.
Well, that was something.
Extremely short too.
I cannot believe this is the first game in the series. Like, for a nearly 30-year-old game. Like, remember, this came out the same year as Resident Evil 1. With so many other franchises.
It came out in the same year. I willing to bet they used the same graphics engine.
Yeah. It's not the same developers. This was made by Sega. But yeah, so many other games, first entry games, have what I like to call first entry jank. Not this. This is the real deal, man. An arcade epic of amazing proportions.
So it doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, it gets even better going forward, because after this, there would be House of Dead 2, 3 and 4, and Scarlet Dawn. And it's my eventual plan to do all of them for the channel. So...
there you go. He's already making future plans, even though we've not finished this phase of it yet.
We haven't even finished the whole first phase yet.
Eventually. But
Aye,
yeah.
3 years later.
So, what ending do I get here? Let's see.
Drum roll, please.
You're welcome to Luigi's Mansion. Oh, she's alive.
Best ending. If you get the bad ending, you go back and she's a zombie. You done fucked it up.
So what, you die?
No, she dies. But she actually has a daughter with Rogan. You actually plays her in House of Dead 3. And that score, that is my best score to this day. I hope to one day break that and reach the 70k mark.
Steve.
And those scores you see there, those are my other scores from 2 other test playthroughs. when the game fucked up the recording. At least it made for good training, though.
Why does it have to be Steve and not Stewie?
What the deuce?
But yeah, the House of Dead 1 has aged magnificently. You've got a game, like, so many different other pathways to take through the game. Like, if I failed to save the researcher at the start of the game, I would have went into a sewers path to get into the mansion. And if I'd fucked up saving certain other researchers, there's all sorts of different paths you could take through it. There's so much replay value to this. And it's a very short game too, so you're not really... Like, there's so much to see in such a small package. It's such an amazing time.
Such a small package that the main villain failed to conquer the world in 31 minutes.
Also, Thomas Rogan is an absolute fucking unit. Man rushed an entire mansion full of fucking zombies to save his fiancée with just a handgun. If you're playing 2-player mode, you actually have I can't believe I forgot to bring this up, but better late than never. But if you're playing 2-player mode, you have another character with you, G. That's the character who is doing an action like role in the intro movie. So you both go through the mansion together with different dialogue. It's pretty cool.
Well, I guess we'll have to probably wait for that until the next House of the Dead you decide to do.
Yep. Eventually, folks, I'm going to do the House of the Dead 2. Not sure which version yet, though.
In 3 years' time, in next Halloween.
But I'm telling you right now, folks, it will not be a perfect run.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hope you all enjoy your Halloween and this very special playthrough. Take care.